The whole village gathered in excitement. The drums beat loudly, women sang cheerfully, and children danced around the open field. It was the grand wedding of Princess Adana, the daughter of the chief, and everyone was eager to see the celebration. Among the crowd was a poor girl named Ifunanya, who came with her little basket of groundnuts to sell. She wore a simple torn dress, her hair was rough, and she looked out of place among the guests dressed in shining clothes. As Adana, the bride, walked in proudly with her golden wrapper, she noticed Ifunanya standing quietly in the corner. Instead of ignoring her, Adana's face twisted in anger. She thought the poor girl would spoil the beauty of her wedding. In front of everyone, Adana raised her hand and shouted, "Why should a ragged girl like you stand here? Leave my wedding at once before you bring shame to this feast." The crowd fell silent, shocked at the harsh words. Some of the guests joined the bride in mocking Ifunanya. They laughed and pointed fingers at her basket of groundnuts. The poor girl's eyes filled with tears, but she stood still, saying nothing. Though her heart was heavy, Ifunanya quietly bowed and turned to leave. Yet, something about her calmness made the elders exchange curious glances. It was as if she carried a secret they did not know. Before Ifunanya could walk away, the village chief raised his hand to stop her. His deep voice silenced the murmuring crowd. "Let the girl stay," he said. "Every soul that comes to a feast is a blessing. Why send her away?" Adana frowned but dared not argue with her father. The poor girl was allowed to sit at the far end, though still looked down upon by many. Just as the meal was about to be served, a tall stranger entered the gathering. He wore simple clothes but had an air of wisdom. The villagers greeted him with respect, sensing he was no ordinary man. He walked around, observing everyone, then stopped at Ifunanya. With a smile, he asked for some groundnuts from her basket. She offered them freely, her hands shaking. The stranger chewed the groundnuts and nodded in satisfaction. "Kindness lives in the hands of those who give even the little they have," he said. His words echoed like thunder across the field. He then turned to the bride and asked her for water. Adana hesitated, looking disgusted. "Why should I serve you? This is my day, and I am not your maid," she said proudly. The crowd gasped. The stranger's eyes shone brightly. "Your wedding feast has been blessed, but your heart is filled with pride," he declared. Suddenly, he revealed himself as a great spirit, sent to test the hearts of the people that day. He stretched his hand towards Ifunanya, and her torn dress transformed into a gown brighter than gold. Her hair became smooth like silk, and she looked more radiant than the bride herself. Adana's mouth fell open. She had mocked and humiliated the poor girl, only for her to shine like a queen before the entire village. Whispers ran through the crowd, and the song stopped. The elders nodded in agreement, saying, "Beauty without humility is an empty shell. True honor comes from kindness." Adana's pride melted into fear and shame. The spirit announced that Ifunanya's heart was pure and she would be remembered for her kindness. He blessed her with wealth and honor that would never fade. "Those who give, even in lack, are richer than those who hoard in plenty," he said. As for Adana, the spirit warned her that pride would bring her downfall unless she learned humility. Her golden gown suddenly turned dull, and the crowd looked at her with pity instead of admiration. From that day, Ifunanya was no longer the poor girl of the village. She was lifted into greatness, respected and loved by all. Her story spread far and wide, teaching people that kindness is greater than riches. And whenever weddings took place, mothers would tell their children, "Do not mock the one in rags, for tomorrow the spirit may lift them higher than kings and queens."